How's it going, footballeros? Back again with another video, and today Serie A weekend is drawn to a close, and a lot of teams have delivered a great performance overall for both Milan, Lazio, Juventus, and of course Inter Milan. In this video, we're going to talk about Milan versus Bologna away from home, even Lazio against Atalanta, the revenge rematch after the Coppa Italia loss, Inter Milan versus Benevento, and of course Sampdoria versus Juventus at Genoa. So with that being said, let's do this. Come on!
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you did subscribe to my Footballero channel, I appreciate your support, every single one of you.
Milan faces Bologna, and it was a very scrappy win against Bologna for the Rossoneri. Well, still, it's the same old 2-1 win or 2-0 win for the Milan side. Still, Pioli is doing whatever he can to stay put Milan in the first place position. Still, it's a plus, of course, to have a vital 3 points, even though we are in a we're always creating 2-0 victories from the rest of the campaign in Milan. But somehow the tactic and strategy for Pioli, sometimes it may get screwed up for all the wrong reasons, especially the same thing that happened from Juventus at home, Atalanta, and even Inter at the derby in the Coppa Italia a few weeks ago, where I did a match review. And yeah, there are some a little bit of warning signs from Milan from the get-go, and it still is today for Milan. However, Pioli is still determined to put Milan on the first position as it should be. 2-1 win is the result. From the 26th minute goal is Ante Rebic scores a goal from himself, where he tucks it into the net, where, well, Ibrahimovic missed the penalty 2 times over from all the time. Even though Ibrahimovic is a very skillful striker, but sometimes he creates errors when it comes to penalties. No brainer for that one. But yeah, Ibrahimovic can't do it on his own, so I guess the most qualified player that I think who would take penalties is of course Franck Kessié. And Kessié did well in the second half, where he scored a penalty in the 55th minute to give Milan a vital 3 points for their tally. And yeah, still it's becoming like the same old situation for Milan. They had the 2-goal win, and they had to protect the goal whatever it takes until the enemy just scored a consolation goal. Well, it did in the 81 minute, where former Milan player Andrea Poli just scored an 81-minute goal with the assist of Olsen, where he made a tidy finish to give Bologna a consolation goal overall. Well, it was a very okay game for both Milan and Bologna, and I have to say, Milan, they always like to stay in this position. However, they cannot create so much goals that they used to be back in the first quarters of the matchup a few months ago, where they score 3-0, 4-0, or any kind. But now the 2-0 situation is becoming a norm for Milan for the past few campaigns, which it's rather okay, but sometimes it is really a problematic situation for Milan. Milan needs to at least score more goals than what they did before, and still they have to get rid of the 2-0 win situation and keep on scoring. I guess at least make it 3-0 or 4-0 would be fine, but 2-0 it's rather okay for Pioli. But I think the players need to step up a little bit further, even though Milan is no longer going to participate in the Coppa Italia semifinal, which is, of course, it's sad. Well, there's a lot more to look for Milan in the league, so I guess this gives much more time and space for Milan to have regain their stamina, regain their momentum and mentality to the game. Especially, there is no Coppa Italia games for them, so at least it's a plus. And the Europa League is coming very soon, and then I'm sure it will be much pressure for Milan to come. So it's pretty a worrisome side Milan is. So overall, the game is okay. I think Milan needs to at least step up from the start, give much grit from the beginning, and concentrate on defending again. So we'll have to look forward for Milan very soon, as much as I can remember. So we'll play for Milan, I guess. Lazio travels to Bergamo to face Atalanta to have a rematch to settle after that loss against, well, of course, Atalanta in the Coppa Italia. And Lazio, they did pretty well, of course, because I'm wearing Lazio, of course, just to show how much I want Lazio to win against the team that they eliminated in the competition. And turns out they did it pretty well, of course. Well, on the 3-minute, Marusic just scored a goal, a long-range belter from the assist of Radu, where Marusic just hits it hard and put it on a long-range effort and with a belter of a goal from him to give Lazio a 1-0 lead. And of course, a lot of KG happenings going on in the outcome of the match for both Atalanta and Lazio on the first half. But in the second half, on the 51st minute, Correa delivered with the cheeky chippings in the assist of Immobile on the 51st minute to give Lazio a 2-0 lead, of course, to at least give themselves some fighting chance for the Eagles of Rome. Well, then again, Atalanta came back fighting as well with the consolation goal from from Pasalic, where Lazio goalkeeper opportunity missed out and leaves the goal wide open to make Pasalic scored, and this gives a goal for Atalanta, a consolation goal. And then on the 82nd minute, Muriqi just scored himself also an open goal with the assist of Pereira, where the Atalanta goalkeeper also blocked his chances, and Muriqi just scored a goal for himself and scored a goal with the goal wide open, and boom, Lazio got the win. They got their revenge at last from the rivals that they eliminated in Coppa Italia. So Simone Inzaghi's team have literally took down the team that they got themselves kicked out from the Coppa Italia, and I'm really happy for Lazio that they got their revenge delivered for almost a day now. And Atalanta for Gasperini, well, they can literally bounce back from this kind of loss, I'm sure, and I know for a fact they will have an opportunity to beat Juventus or even go advance to the finals of the Coppa Italia, and a lot more to come for Atalanta. And Lazio, on the other hand, they have to be ready for the Champions League night because they're likely going to face Bayern Munich soon, and a lot more things to come for Lazio as well, and both Atalanta in the Champions League night. So coming soon, it's going to be a very tight match in Europe. So a lot more to come. Inter have created much win for the night against Benevento. Conti's men of Inter really made the game delivered for all the right reasons, and also keeping Inter in the second place spot. even though Milan have already stayed put in the first place position, and pretty much are equal points for both Milan's side. And Juventus, we'll talk about Juventus later on. We have to talk about Inter first, because on the 7th minute, Benevento player Ricardo Importa just scored an own goal to give Inter a 1-0 lead, where Christian Eriksen just made a free kick where he swings it in, and Importa flopped his chances and made a comedy of errors to give Inter the goal. So 1-0, and this cost Benevento very much dearly to the goal that they've just conceded. And the first half, Lautaro tries to score some goals. Well, he tried it hard enough, but he came through in the end in the second half on the 57th minute, where he slots it low on the bottom right corner from himself. He scored a goal for himself, and fair play. Lautaro did well, even though he made a missed up opportunity in the game, but he did made some goal, and I guess he gave the goal for Inter to stay level with Milan. But Inter are not yet done on the 67th minute, where Romelu Lukaku created a clinical finish from the goal thanks to the assist of Lautaro. The partnership of Lautaro and Lukaku really did well from the get-go, and it is a really nice partnership overall for Conte's men. And yet again, Lukaku isn't done scoring some goals, and Lukaku just scored again, where he shot it to the bottom left corner from the assist of Alexis Sanchez's long-range shot to Lukaku, and he did deliver the goal, and Inter won 4-0 on the trot against Benevento. And it is a very entertaining game, I'm sure, and this really does put much a gap between Milan and Inter some points. They did play very well, and Antonio Conte employed the cards of tactics really well, and a lot more things for Inter to come, even though they're no longer in Europe. But they'll have to face Juventus in the derby on the semi-final of the Coppa Italia. It's gonna be a two-legged race, and I am expecting for Inter to do it again to beat Juventus. I really want to see Inter get their advantage in the Coppa Italia very soon, and we'll see if Inter could win this one for the Coppa. We're going to see another Milan team to win it, not Juventus this time, because I know I'm really tired of Juventus, and I'm sure we will get to them. Speaking of Juventus, they've been facing Sampdoria away from home at Genoa, and Juventus, they kind of played a bit slow from the start, far from it. And on the 20th minute, Federico Chiesa just scored a goal where he made a close range smash thanks to the assist of Alvaro Morata to give a 1-0 lead for Juventus. Sampdoria, they were lackluster as well, and they were not creating much chances for Sampdoria. They're likely to be scared, or maybe just they're not in the best of ways as possible. For Juventus, it is the same thing for Juve, and Juventus, they were groggy, they were slow, they were kind of like they were not in the best of shape that they're in right now, even though they've advanced through against Spal, and this kind of tired them a bit after that Coppa Italia matchup against Spal. And I know it's hard to describe that one really. Juventus, I know Juventus that they are very much beyond tactical play for them. But for Pirlo's Juventus, it's not how it looks. But then again, on the 90+1 minute, where Aaron Ramsey just scored a tap-in goal thanks to the assist of Juan Cuadrado to give Juventus some points. However, Roma beat Hellas Verona and Roma are now in third place, and Juventus, they dropped to top four, and it really is troublesome for Juventus. And Roma are picking up some pace. Napoli, they scored well, and all the teams that have made much win from them except have made much win from them except Atalanta, who just got lost to Lazio, of course. And a lot of more games to come for Italy, and I will look forward to that one as well. So there you have it. Those are my match review for my Serie A review. If you did find this video entertaining or a bit enjoyable, and sorry if I'm not in a very good shape, I'm still kinda not still haven't got enough sleep, I guess. So yeah, maybe I've been spending too much time on my phone actually. So yeah. Also, give a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to notify for all the videos I'll be covering up every single week, and don't forget to hit the bell button as hard as you possibly can. And also, comment down below what do you think about the matches that has been going on in the Serie A so far. Let me know in the comments down below. Yes, I'm gonna talk to you soon for all the videos I'll be covering up very soon. Bye!